I want to say good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for being here. I want to thank the Chamber, especially, and South Forsyth Rotary Club for hosting us today. And I'd like to recognize my fellow commissioners that help me get through this every single day as we work through the county's issues. And of course, as Kevin recognized, we have a lot of esteemed officials from other parts of government here with us today, and senior staff as well from the county. So, on behalf of the county employees and my fellow commissioners, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you especially to the residents of this county who have given us the opportunity to serve you. It's both a pleasure and an honor. So I was thinking about what I wanted to share today, the state of the county, what it is, where we are today, and I couldn't help but wonder where we were 10 years ago. So I pulled up the remarks made by Chairman Charles Laughinghouse back in 2009 and read through them. And it's no doubt 2009 was a time of economic downturn, not only in Forsyth, but across this country. And like many communities, we were tightening our figurative belt, but we still took time and opportunity to look at the things we could celebrate in this great community of ours. The first phases of Big Creek Greenway were opening. We were excited about our award-winning parks, our public safety department, sheriff, fire, and emergency management, our schools, libraries, and senior services. Roads were being resurfaced and extended even in those hard times, and intersections improved as well. We talked about water independence, and we talked about water reclamation facilities and economic development. And in the spirit of those past addresses, I wanted to do a quick recap of some of the things that have happened in 2018 in Forsyth County. The county was awarded 16 grants totaling almost $8.5 million put to work in this community. We resurfaced 54 miles of roads. We provided almost 20,000 trips with our dial-a-ride services. Our fire department handled over 14,000 calls. And our 911 center averaged over 890 calls a day. We cared for almost 2,000 animals at our shelter. Residents checked out 2,645,758, what a number of items, at our libraries. Our top performing libraries here in the state, they can't be beat. Sharon Forks Library is the highest circulation library in the entire state, not just in Forsyth County. Our parks had approximately 1.7 million visitors, including the SPN Slow Pitch Softball Tournament. We collected 1,134 tons of recycled materials, almost 18,000 gallons of paint, over 165,000 pounds of electronics at our recycling centers, and that doesn't even include special events. Participation in our senior services programs tripled over the past 2 years. And as an aside, did you know that Forsyth County was named one of the top places in the U.S. to retire? I think we've got something going good here for seniors. State of the County addresses over subsequent years have carried many of the same themes: the people, the places, the programs that make up our community, and the forward momentum that carries us into the future. So here we are, it's 2019, and it feels like we are on the cusp of something great. 10 years from now, at the State of the County address in 2029, what will be remembered from what we say here today? I think as we look back, we'll say that in 2019, that the state of our county was strong. We are a well-educated community. We have excellent schools in the top 15% of the nation. We have the highest test scores in the region and 93% graduation rate. 52% of our residents have bachelor's degree or higher. With our great county schools, Innovation Academy, local colleges and universities, we are home to incredible talent, which is probably why we've been named by Forbes magazine as one of the best places to get ahead in the U.S. For the past 7 years, Forsyth County has been named the healthiest county in Georgia by the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. And we are a safe community. Our sheriff's office has played an instrumental role in the partnership with adjacent jurisdictions, resulting in the successful arrest and drug operations throughout North Georgia. Forsyth has one of the lowest overall crime rates in Metro Atlanta County. In fact, it's not one of, it is the lowest crime rate in Metro Atlanta. Meanwhile, the department has not only reestablished its CALEA certification, but it's achieved advanced CALEA status just this past Saturday. That's a national accreditation that recognizes the agency to be among the very best of the best. Since 1995, we've consistently been among the top 25 fastest growing communities. And there will be a census in 2020, but as of today, our 2018 estimated population is 236,612 people. That's mind-boggling for those of us who've been for a while, and for the natives, I'm sure even more so. By 2020, our population is projected to be over 400,000 people. We have one of the lowest millage rates among metro counties. We're home to 75 international companies, 20 of which have their North American headquarters right here in Forsyth County. Our community is doing well. When we look at our county logo, that tagline says, "Your community, your future." We just talked about your community and some of the things that contribute to making it strong. So how do we take these attributes and these successes and deploy them for our future? How do we activate the people, places, and programs of Forsyth to help propel us forward? Well, you should know that your Board of Commissioners and local leaders have given that a bit of thought. When people talk about the places where you live, work, and play, Forsyth definitely has the live and play parts figured out. We are working for ways to move from a bedroom community to a more fully realized community. And to do that, we need to add more of the work component. The number of residents who commute to jobs outside Forsyth County is close to 75%, and we need to change that. We want to ensure that we are being intentional in our planning, carving out corridors where these businesses can be located. We want to be smart with our economic development. Our board just approved an economic development plan. You've heard a little bit about it earlier. We're going to hear more about it later. In conjunction with the Chamber and the Development Authority to move forward with a strategic plan designed to bring in targeted industries, ones with career opportunities for our highly educated residents. Those industries include healthcare, advanced manufacturing, corporate and regional headquarters, data services, e-commerce, technology research and development. And there are already numerous successful businesses in those areas right here in Forsyth County. Some of our largest employers are among those sectors in healthcare, manufacturing, and technology. They include Northside Hospital, Coach Foods, Scientific Games International, Aris Group, Barron Telecom, American BOA, and L3 Communications, and Solvay Specialty Polymers. Those are just the top 8. In the retail world, we have 3 significant destinations: the Collection, Vickery Village, and already coming out of the ground and soon to open, the Halcyon down on exit 12. These last 2 are mixed-use developments that offer that live-work-play setting that many residents have been seeking. As we bring that business component of work into the live-work-play to our community, we know that successful implementation will only happen if we have increased engagement with our partners, with our business community, with our residents. In 2018, we strengthened our partnership with the Chamber of Commerce and the Development Authority. We worked with an organization out of Texas, TIP Strategies, to create a roadmap to ensure that all of the partners are on the same path. We executed a surge plan that positioned the county for success. In 2018, we added staff to various departments to help respond to some of the needs of the business community. One of those additions was the creation of a position for a Director of Economic Development. There's Vivian. She's been doing an amazing job. This individual works closely with the Chamber, the Development Authority, and businesses, helping them to realize the efficiencies as they navigate the processes of working through various departments of the county. Those are just some brief examples of how we're increasing engagement with our business community and our community partners. That leaves one crucial part: our residents. Engagement with our residents, those who work, live, and play in Forsyth County. I recently sat down with our communications team to provide a preview of this address. And in it, I mentioned that the world was really starting to take notice of Forsyth County. I noted that this was happening because our secret had been discovered. And that secret is our people, our residents. When we talk about economic development, it has to be in the context of what it will do for our residents, how it will improve their lives here in Forsyth County. Because you see, the tagline, "Your community, your future," is important, but the most important part of it is our people. One of the first areas where economic development helps our residents is by addressing quality of life concerns such as traffic. Bringing jobs to Forsyth can help reduce our residents' commutes. Instead of spending an hour, maybe an hour and a half driving to Atlanta or Alpharetta, think of how wonderful it would be to drive 30 minutes to your job right here in Forsyth County. Having that work component physically closer will allow residents to have more time for live and play aspects of their lives. And it's been shown that having shorter commutes can even improve your health. Another area where economic development helps residents is taxes. Having revenue coming from multiple sources removes some of that burden from homeowners and allows us to stabilize our property taxes. I shared that earlier that Forsyth has one of the lowest millage rates in Metro Atlanta, and we'd like to keep it that way. Economic development can mean change, and while change is exciting, it can also evoke a lot of other emotions. And at the end of the day, everyone wants to know, what does this really mean to me? So what we want to do is encourage our residents to reach out and engage with us, to stay informed, to learn about what's happening in your community. One of the best ways to get information is directly from the source, from Forsyth County. Each of your commissioners has a place on the website where you can directly email them, where you can receive messages, emails from them, where you can see what type of activities are happening in your district. And the county website also has other ways to learn about what's happening in the community. We've also expanded our presence on social media platforms. I encourage you to use one of these ways to connect with us, but really one of the best ways is to become personally involved. We hold many outreach events each year and are looking to increase them. We have listening sessions for various initiatives. We hold these because we want to hear from you. Continuing this year, we will be working through projects that were laid out by our county's comprehensive plan. This document serves as a policy guide as decisions are made in relation to the growth in land use change. It guides intensity, location, and timing of development and ensures compatibility with existing uses, infrastructure, and economic trends while protecting our natural and cultural resources. Resident involvement in these processes is vitally important, so we will be holding meetings where you can learn more and provide more input. How else can you become involved? Public participations meetings in your own area. Public hearings before both the Planning Commission and the Board of Commissioners provide opportunities for you to voice your opinion on zonings and other matters of public business. Our regular Thursday BOC meetings offer multiple opportunities to speak to the issues that concern you, even those that we may not have thought of. Stakeholder roles or serving on a committee or a board throughout the year are other opportunities. We hold town hall meetings, engagement sessions on topics ranging from design standards to overlays to strategic planning. The bottom line is that we're here to serve you. It's your county, your future, and we're in this together. We are in this together, and by having all of those pieces in place, our business community, our partners, and our residents, we can ensure that Forsyth County is not only poised for something great, but that Forsyth County can move forward to something great. We can ensure that in 2029, the residents will say that 10 years ago in 2019, the stage was set for Forsyth County to move forward. Thank you.
Our panelists, if you would come join me. I'm going to ask our team if you would come join me on stage so that we can do a ribbon cutting. Because we're a Chamber of Commerce, we can't do an event without one. So we have the scissors and the ribbon and all that. So we're going to do a ribbon cutting. Keep an eye on the screen because we're going to unveil the new identity of the organization. And if you all would, please join me up front. They're real.
And they're real scissors. Everybody asks that. They're very real. We have several former elected officials who have 9 digits instead of 10, so please be careful. So with that, Commissioner, I'd like to ask you if you would introduce the name of the new entity.
Forward Forsyth.
This is TV Forsyth, your county connection.